So in order to discuss the DevOps, let us consider the scenario. There are different people who are working inside the organization. Front-end developer, and here you are having a guy Java developer, and here you are having a guy database admin, and here you are having a guy software tester. So if you are going to consider these particular people need to be involved in order to develop a project. So whenever you need to have an integration about the project, there are compatibility issues may occur. For example, a Java developer and front-end developer has developed a code, and again they are going to work with the code. So whenever a piece of code is given to the software tester, and he is going to say that this particular machine is not in working condition, and there is a compatibility issues from version to version, and also the compatibility issues from system to system. So there are a lot of problems may occur. In order to overcome that particular kind of difficulty, what we are going to do is we are having a version management tool which is having a GitHub. GitHub is a repository where we are going to store all the kind of data. So here we are using a GitHub. So it is a version management tool, and also it is used for version control. And the next thing, we are having a server where a particular people are going to deploy the code. So now here, if you are going to consider, here you are having a server Maven. So where we are going to use a Maven over here. So here it is going to responsible for creating the jar file. So here developer will put the application over here, and Java developer will keep the code here, and database admin will keep the code here, and the software tester will be deploying the code from GitHub. We are going to use the Maven for developing the artifacts. Here, by using the Maven, what we are going to do is we are going to create the class files. So here we are going to create a class files. So like a jar Java archive file, var web archive, EAR enterprise archive, and so on. Software called Docker Swarm. So where you are going to make a container orchestration platform. So here I am going to write Docker Swarm. Static code analysis. So here we are having a Sonar Cube which is used for static code analysis. Static code analysis, by using this one, it is going to create the analysis so that if any code is wrong, so whether the developer is going to follow the standards or not. So Sonar Cube is going to uh, create a report, and it generates a report whether the developer is going to follow the standards or not. So here I am going to draw Nagios or new. You can able to use a Nagio or new relic so that you can able to have a continuous monitoring. So continuous monitoring is used to monitor whether the system is down. It is something like an automation tool which monitoring all the activities which are going inside this DevOps. The next thing, we are having a deployment tool called JBoss application. So here by using a JBoss, what we are going to do is we are going to have a deployment. So here I am using a JBoss. So this is a continuous new relic or Nagios is used for continuous monitoring. The next one is we are using a ticketing tool. So like Jira or ServiceNow and some other softwares are there. So that by using this we can able to generate the ticket so that they can able to resolve the issue. So now here from GitHub to Maven, so here we are going to generate the files, AR files, and we are having a Docker and Kubernetes, so which is a container orchestration. So here I have not written, I will write here, use it for container orchestration. So next one, we are having a Sonar Cube, which is used for static code analysis. And again, we need to have continuous monitoring in order to have gives. It need to generate a immediate signal so that the server is down, and without zero downtime, our duty to is our duty is to make the system up. For that purpose, we are using a Nagios or New Relic. So and JBoss is used for a deployment tool. So where it is residing in the server, any problem has been occurred at that time, we are having a ticketing tool like Jira or ServiceNow, so that we can able to have immediate action will be taken by corresponding team. So by this the team will be doing. So this is all the things are in a life cycle. For this purpose we are using a DevOps. This is a one of the example which I would like to explain. So here if you are going to see that we are having a planning. In planning phase, here it is going to start with the plan. So what kind of plan we are going to follow, and whether you are going to follow soft Sdlc, agile model or DevOps model. So next thing, we are going to code the code. So the code will be stored in GitHub. So where we are going to store in the repository. So it can be developed by using Eclipse or some other software. Next thing is build phase. In build phase, we are going to use the tools like Maven, Gradle, and Ant by Apache server. And the next thing is testing phase. In the testing phase, you may use the tools like Selenium, JUnit. In the release phase, what we are going to do is we need to release the product to the customer. So for that, so here we are having a release phase. In that, you need to release. So before releasing the product, so there might be compatibility issues. For that, you may use a Jenkins, so that it is a one of the version management tool. By using a version management tool, you can able to have a continuous integration. So next, you need to deploy the tool. We are having a Puppet, Chef, and Ansible for deployment. And again we are having a operation phase. So next monitoring phase, we are having a Nagios. By using a Nagios or Splunk, we are having a continuous monitoring. Problem occurs at the time, you will be keep on operating. Here we are having a continuous planning and coding. If there is any modification is there, we are going to code it, and we are going to build, and again we are going to test if there are any redundancies has occurred, and again we are going to release, and again we are going to deploy, operate and monitor. So this continuous process is said to be a DevOps. Thank you. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe.